If you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, but you keep putting it off, whether you're nervous to be on camera, not sure what to post, or worried no one will watch, this video is for you. I'm breaking down a clear 30-day action plan to help you finally get started from scratch. Plus, there's a downloadable to-do list to keep you on track. You can grab that from the description box below. So get a notebook, grab yourself a coffee or drink of your choice, and get ready to take some notes. Today, we're going to stop overthinking and procrastinating and focus only on what actually matters. Let's get into week 1, which is all about planning. This will help you set a solid foundation so you're not just uploading random videos and hoping for the best. So first, I want you to ask yourself, who are you creating content for? If you already have a business, your content should be built around that. If you don't yet, that's okay. Just think about the kind of audience your future business or brand will serve. This clarity will help guide your video ideas and keep you focused when it's time to create. For example, when I started, I was documenting my freelancing journey as a graphic designer, so I shared graphic design tutorials and tips on booking freelance clients. My ideal audience at the time was aspiring freelance graphic designers because even though I didn't have a business yet, I knew eventually I wanted to create resources to help them. So right now, grab your pen and write down who your ideal audience is. What are their pain points and desires? What do they care about? What keeps them up at night? This will help you determine content that will truly resonate with them without overcomplicating it. Next, brainstorm 4 video ideas based on your own experience and popular topics you see on YouTube. A good way to get inspired is by researching at least 3 to 5 creators in your niche, visit their channels, and scroll through their videos to get ideas on topics you could cover on your channel as well. This isn't about copying anyone. It's about noticing patterns and what's already working. You're also going to be covering these topics from your own perspective. So set a 5-minute timer and write down at least 4 ideas in your notebook right now without overthinking it. You might even come up with way more ideas just based on all the experience you have to share. If you're not sure what type of content to share on your channel, I created a super fun quiz to help you determine what your YouTube creator style is and how to use that to your advantage. I'll link that for you down below. Once you've brainstormed your ideas, let's talk gear, because this tends to hold a lot of creators back. You don't need anything fancy to get started. So let's break it all down. First, use your phone to record your videos. I recommend using the rear camera for better quality, but if you prefer to use the front camera because you want to see yourself, you can do that. That's how I started. Just make sure you're looking at the lens and not at yourself when actually recording. For lighting, natural light works great. Just film near a window during the day, or grab a couple of lamps and place them off to the side in front of you. You don't have to go out and buy professional studio lights when starting out. Now, audio is very important, and I don't recommend your phone's built-in microphone, so you can grab the Pop Voice lav mic off Amazon, which is around $20. I'll link that below for you if you're interested. I've used it many times and it works great. If you do have a newer phone and you want to use a lav mic with a wire, you will need an adapter just like the one shown here. I'll link that as well. Grab a tripod for your phone. I personally love this one, which I got off Amazon years ago, and I still use the same one today. For editing your videos, iMovie is perfect if you're on a Mac, and DaVinci Resolve is a great free option for Mac or PC. To design your thumbnails and any graphics you want to include in your videos, you can use Canva. They do have a free version, but I recommend eventually upgrading to Pro so you can access all their features that will come in handy. If you want to include stock images and footage for B-roll, you can use Pexels or Pixabay. They both have tons of free assets that you can use. I still use a lot of them for my own videos. So start with what you have, and you can always upgrade your gear and software later once you're consistent and your channel is growing. Now, this next part is important. Look at your calendar right now and choose the exact day in week 4 of this plan when you'll publish your first video. That's your deadline, which is non-negotiable. In fact, once you've done that, I want you to write that date down in the comments below so we can hold you accountable. And here's a bonus challenge for you this week. Film a super casual 2-minute video where you talk about something you're passionate about. It can be about anything, and it doesn't have to be for YouTube. Just film it and send it to a friend. This will help you get comfortable talking on camera without any pressure. You can even mention to your friend that I made you do it, in case they're wondering, why the heck are you sending this to me? Okay, so here's your to-do list for week 1. Define your audience and the purpose behind your channel. Research and write down 3 to 5 YouTubers in your niche. Brainstorm 4 video ideas based on your experience, plus popular content on similar channels. Finalize your gear and software. So this includes your camera, lighting, microphone, tripod, editing software, etc. Pick your upload date in week 4 and mark it on your calendar. And your bonus task is to film a 2-minute casual video and send it to a friend. Let's move on to week 2, which is setup week. This is where we start turning your ideas into something real. If you've made it this far, you're ahead of most people who never get past the planning phase. So let's keep the momentum going. First, we're going to get your channel set up properly. You can follow along using my free YouTube channel setup training and checklist, which I'll link for you down below. It walks you through everything step by step, how to upload your profile picture, banner, description, links, etc. You can literally have this all done in 20 minutes. Since I cover everything in detail in that free training, here are some quick tips for you. For your profile photo, I recommend using a clear close-up headshot if your channel is centered around you. Your banner should quickly tell people what your channel is all about and who it's for. Again, don't overcomplicate it. I also like to include a call to action to download a free resource in order to grow my email list, which is super important. Keep your description simple and clear, and add any helpful links like your website or free resources so your viewers know where to find more. Now, everyone has a different opinion about whether or not to include an introduction video on your channel to tell your audience who you are and what your channel is about. In my opinion, as harsh as this sounds, no one cares about your story yet. Focus on giving value first and serving your audience with what they need. Once you've built some trust, that's when people will actually want to hear more about you. So don't worry about uploading a channel trailer yet. Now it's time to choose your first video topic. Go back to your brainstorm list from week 1 and pick the one that feels easiest to talk about. This isn't about making the perfect first video, because that's impossible and a recipe for procrastination. This is about building momentum, and you'll improve as you go. Right now, we just need to get your first video filmed. Here's a super simple scripting format I recommend. Start with a powerful hook. Grab your audience's attention in the first 10 to 15 seconds by calling out a problem or promising a clear outcome. Let them know they're in the right place and what they can expect to get out of your video. I like to study successful creators within my niche and outside my niche to get inspiration on how they hook me into their video so I can get ideas on how to do it too. Break your script up into 3 main talking points that you want to cover. These should be actionable or educational, with maybe 2 to 3 subpoints or examples under each one. At the very end, wrap it up with a call to action so your audience knows what to do next, whether that's to subscribe, check out another video, book a call with you, or download a free resource to join your email list. That's it. Once you've written out your bullet point script, let's move on to your filming setup. You don't need a fancy studio for this. Just find a quiet space in your home with some natural light near a window, which is perfect, or like I mentioned, grab a lamp or 2. Keep your background simple, clean, and uncluttered. And ideally, you want a little depth behind you, so not a wall that's right up against your back. This creates a nicer visual and helps you stand out more in the frame. Take a few minutes to test your angle and lighting before you start filming. And don't worry about sounding perfect. Just talk like you're explaining something to a friend. If it helps, practice your script out loud a few times before you hit record. And one important note to keep in mind, you're not uploading this video yet. This week is about filming and getting used to being on camera. So here's your week 2 to-do list. Set up your channel using the free training from the description box below. Choose one video topic from your brainstorm list in week 1. Remember to pick the easiest one to talk about. Outline your video script using the hook, 3 main points, and call to action format. Set up your filming space with natural light and a clean background, and film your first video. No need to publish it yet. Just get comfortable talking on camera. And you can film this video as many times as you need to until you land on one you're happy with. If you're finding this video helpful so far, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm also hosting a 2-day workshop to help you create a 30-day profitable YouTube content plan. It's going to be super interactive, and I'll be there to guide you step by step if you need personalized help on this. You can join the waitlist for that down below. Let's move on to week 3, which is all about optimizing your video so people can actually find it. This part might sound technical, but I promise I'll keep it very simple and focus on the basics that actually make a difference. Let's start with SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. This just means making your video easier to discover when someone searches for a topic on YouTube. You'll want to include keywords in your title, description, and tags because this helps YouTube understand what your video is about and who to show it to. To find the right keywords, I personally use Keywords Everywhere and TubeBuddy. And I've heard great things about vidIQ as well, so feel free to do some research and pick the one that works best for you. If you go with TubeBuddy, the Pro plan is more than enough to get started, and they even offer a free trial. So you can do most of your research up front and cancel if you don't want to keep it. Once you've installed their Chrome extension, you can visit similar channels and check out the tags they're using. You can copy some of their tags directly or just jot down a few relevant ones that align with your video. Another simple and free method is to type in different variations of your video topic into the YouTube search bar. Whatever autocomplete suggests means people are already searching for those terms. So they're great keywords to include in your title, description, and tags to boost your chances of being found. Next, let's talk about thumbnails, because even if your video is amazing, if no one's clicking on it, no one's going to watch it. And if no one watches it, YouTube won't recommend it to more people. So here's what to do. Go back to those 3 to 5 creators you researched in week 1 and scroll through their thumbnails to note down what stands out to you. What gets your attention? And are there any patterns you're seeing in the thumbnails that get the most views? Then head over to Canva and design a few thumbnail options for your own video. You can even work off a pre-made template and customize the fonts, the colors, and images to suit your brand and topic. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Thumbnail design is a skill that takes time to build, but you'll improve the more you practice. The key is to get feedback or even test different options if you can. You can ask your friends, family members, or social media followers which thumbnail they prefer from the few you designed. I used to do this all the time on Instagram. Here are a few quick thumbnail tips. Don't repeat your video title word for word in the thumbnail, because that's just a complete waste of retail space. Keep the text short and bold, ideally 3 to 4 words max, if you're including any words at all. Think about what your audience actually cares about and make that the focus of the thumbnail. And less is more. Too much clutter can make it hard to read or understand what the video is about. Keep in mind, most people will be viewing this on their phone. Here's an example of one of my thumbnails that performed really well. The text is bold and clear. I'm not repeating the words from my title. Instead, I'm having both complement each other. And I know my audience is interested in selling PDF files online. So that's why it's a focus in my thumbnail. Also, something to keep in mind for future videos, obviously not for this one because my goal is to help you hit the ground running here, but try planning your title and thumbnail before you even script your video. It might sound backwards, but it actually helps you get clear on what your video is really about, and that makes everything easier. And believe it or not, your topic, title, and thumbnail are just as important as the actual content inside your video. Okay, here's your week 3 to-do list. Download the TubeBuddy's Chrome extension, at least the free trial. Find keywords to use in your title, description, and tags using the YouTube search bar, and similar video tags using TubeBuddy. Study thumbnails from 3 to 5 creators in your niche. Design 2 to 3 thumbnail variations for your video using Canva, and get feedback from your family members, friends, and followers on the best thumbnail you should use. Let's move on to week 4. This is launch week and the moment we've been building up to. If you followed everything so far, your first video is filmed, optimized, and ready to go. So now it's time to hit publish. You can upload your video unlisted so you can make it public on the day you committed to back in week 1. Remember, that date is non-negotiable. No second guessing, no waiting until it's perfect. Just hit publish, even if your thumbnail isn't great and you're questioning the keywords you've landed on. This is about taking messy steps forward and learning as you go. Once your video is live, let's talk about promotion. A lot of people skip this step. They post and ghost. Honestly, I've been guilty of doing this on Instagram once or twice, but you want to give your video the best chance of reaching the right people. So share it everywhere your ideal audience might be hanging out. Send it to your email list if you have one. Share it on Instagram stories. Post it in Facebook groups, if you're allowed to. Please read their rules. Send it to your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone who might find your content helpful, and ask them to share it with anyone they know that would benefit from it. You made something valuable, so instead of holding back or feeling shy about sharing it, try to shift your mindset. You're not just promoting a video, you're showing up to help someone. You're coming from a place of service, and your content might be exactly what someone out there needs. Okay, your next step is to do it all over again. Remember those extra 3 video ideas you came up with back in week 1? Now's the time to start bringing those to life. So here's what I want you to do. Pick your next video topic that also feels really easy to talk about. This time, try coming up with a title and at least a general idea for your thumbnail first. Outline the video script in bullet points. Add your keywords to the title, description, and tags, and mark the upload date on your calendar. And if you really want to stay consistent, especially if you're working full-time or juggling a lot of things at once, I highly recommend batching your content. That could look like outlining 3 video scripts in one sitting, filming them all on the same day or over a weekend, then editing and scheduling them throughout the month. This will save you a ton of time in the long run and help you build a consistent posting schedule without feeling overwhelmed. I recommend aiming to upload once per week, ideally on the same day and time, so your audience knows when to expect new content from you. You don't need to be perfect, but consistency builds trust, and that's what helps your channel grow. So here's your week 4 to-do list. Upload and publish your video on the date you committed to in week 1. Promote it anywhere your ideal audience might be hanging out, whether that's on Instagram, Facebook groups, your email list, friends, family, etc. Repeat the process for your next 3 video ideas. Try batching your content if you can. So script all your videos in one session, film them all on the same day, etc. And commit to posting 1 video per week, ideally on the same day and time for consistency. All right, so you've officially made it through week 4. But we're not stopping here. Now it's time to move into analysis mode, so you can start learning from your content and improving with every upload. Here's what you need to track for every video moving forward: the number of views, watch time, comments, and what people are actually saying, and click-through rate. This tells you how well your topic, title, and thumbnail are performing. Don't stress about the numbers, but pay close attention to any patterns. For example, if you notice one video has a much higher click-through rate or more comments than the others, that's a sign that it resonated. And it's a clue for what kind of content you should double down on. When I first started my channel, I tested out different topics and content styles that I thought my ideal audience would be interested in. One of them got substantially more views and engagement than the rest, and that's how I knew what direction to go in next. You're going to discover these insights too, but only if you pay attention to what the data is telling you. If you're still feeling stuck, your first step is to download my free YouTube channel setup training that walks you through everything step by step so you can have your channel ready to go within 20 minutes. Your audience is already waiting for you to make content. Your job now is to show up for them. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out this video next to learn how I grew my YouTube channel into a 6-figure side hustle. So I'll see you there.